Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and I'm here to return Jurassic Park Hunter Legends for some more hunting. So last week we started showing off a little bit more of the remastered of Isla Tacano, so we will go back to hunting there. I don't have a lot of points to super work with, although I could try out the rifle and see how that is, but I think I'm going to stick to using the compound bow a little more. And maybe we'll try doing something like this. Try for the Triceratops, get some hunts on with that. The Dilophosaurus, I really got to work at just improving my shooting in general. I also want to try doing something more, because this is the second episode I've actually tried recording for this week. The first one was not up to my standards, so it's kind of like a retake on it. One of my issues was I had a lot of difficulty just landing mortal zone hits on animals, or even just hits in general, so this is going to be a lot more practice for me, trying to improve on understanding how the weapon spreads sort of work, and kind of showing off the little issues you can have with carnivores for it, but we'll show all that off in-game, so there's not really any point to ramble too much here, but I think we're good to hop in and go on a brand new hunt. Okay, so we're all loaded in here now. We got the pistol and the compound bow. Now, one of the things I have been debating whether I will, get more weapon DLC to show off. I probably will. I just want to make sure we can show off the base weapons that are included with the mod first for a good amount. I didn't replace the the crossbow with the compound here until, well, just last week, really, so we got to show off quite a bit of how the crossbow is working. And one thing that Godix mentioned is with the remastered maps, we actually have fish out in the water. So I'm going to try not to drown in this episode, like the lost episode you guys won't see. But yeah, just kind of go out there. It's a little hard to be able to show these off because of the little breath meter I have to watch. You guys won't be able to see it because my face will probably be in the way of it. But it goes down really fast and it generates surprisingly slow. So how far out are these? Yeah, they're still a good ways out. It almost feels like it's an illusion to the eyes because as close as you think you're getting, they seem to keep a distance away. Yeah, so I unfortunately can't really get super close to be able to show them off for you guys, but you can see that the oceans have a lot more ambient life in them now, just like the maps do. And there is another dinosaur lizard, prehistoric lizard, that I do want to show for you guys. I think we had actually just seen him somewhere on the beach here where we were. We'll go try to find it again, and the name escapes me, but it is a very recognizable prehistoric animal. It's one you guys have probably seen in paleo art or anywhere, because it's got a really noticeable feature. Uh-oh, are we stuck down here? Okay, no, we're up. Okay, so where might we find one? Let's see, there's the Gallimimuses, just kind of rolling them around. It's a lot smaller than those. There he is. One of these little guys. Again, the name escapes me, but this guy is such a notable and easily identified prehistoric animal because of the little, back sail it has. I'm sure you guys all know the name, so the comments might be a little filled with that come when this episode does go live. Ooh, nothing there, okay. So wind is coming from the west, but we're already kind of as far west as we can go, so that won't be helpful. Huh. Not really getting anything for responses yet, are we? Okay, I'm sure the Triceratops call has to have been in a movie somewhere, but that sounded so much like a cow to me. Yeah, that just sounds like a cow call. Just a long... So, although I guess maybe Triceratops would be kind of the closest thing to cow, approximation-wise, when you think about it. Both kind of herd animals. Although it's more only the bulls that have the horns. The Triceratops was... I don't know if there was actually, a sexual dimorphism in the horns and crests for Triceratops or not. I'm pretty sure both genders, male and female, had, but I wonder if something like the males had larger horns or larger crests. That kind of is an interesting idea to think about now. Because that's something that is kind of general in nature. If it's a big, showy, flashy sort of thing, or even skeletal-wise, usually it's kind of tied to be like a display for the opposite sex. Okay, where are all the animals? We haven't heard a single reply back yet. Well, I guess while we're kind of on the hunt, I want to take a moment to thank you guys for all of the feedback that Redux has gotten, and all the engagement I've been getting with Jurassic Park Hunter Legends as well. A lot of you guys, they are probably the top performing series right now on the channel. I know Carnivores Redux, or Carnivores Genesis, and the Redux last week were exceptionally well performing, which obviously thanks to Saurian's Target sharing that on his channel, and has boosted our numbers a little bit, a lot in views, because that is, again, the best performing video so far on the channel, but also for subscribers, because we've welcomed a lot of new people to the channel, so thank you guys for all of the support, feedback, and I know Saurian is probably also very grateful to have the feedback to Carnivores Genesis for... Oh, you didn't even call back, I'm surprised. Now, here's my question. Do I try lining a shot up, or do I just Yosemite Sam it? Because Jurassic Park Hunter Legends is one of the games where it feels like Yosemite Sam it. I kind of show that in the very first episode of the series, too, where if you try lining everything up, and you take the shot, it's not accurate at all. But if you do these random pot shots, you'll get the mortal zones. It is bizarre. Very rarely do I actually get the lined up shots to land, but the random ass ones where it's like Yosemite Sam shooting up all over the place, and they work. I don't know if that speaks to just kind of like how the mechanics of the weapon spread are, and that's just more go for those instinct shots, you think, or I'm just absolutely terrible, and dumb luck seems to be what's winning the day there. Oh, there you are. You kind of blended right in with all these little valleys and things. Oh, you're running, aren't you? Yeah, you're running. God, I sometimes feel like crouching doesn't even do anything. Well, at least we've seen them, so we can kind of try... Well, yeah, try being the operative word. Right now, because of the wind, it's going to be tricky to manage this. It always seems like whenever it drops you in, the wind always points in the direction of the center of the island, so as you try moving inland, you're making it harder for yourself. And I don't know if he's... Okay, it sounds like it's still just walking around, so I don't think... Yeah, it's not really alerted to us yet, it's just I can't see him through all the foliage here. Okay, so he's through the bushes. Okay. There we go. It does take a few shots before we can get them down when you don't land the mortal zones, but at least something like the compound is pretty fast and able to get a lot of shots out. So we got ourselves an Ankylosaurus and a Parasaur. I guess we'll try looking for one of these poor depressed Stegosauruses. It just sounds like they have so many issues going on, don't they, though? Well, maybe not that one. That one sounds more like woke up too early on Monday. That's the depressed call. That's the I don't feel so good. Or, I got issues, man. That's just the kind of call I seem to get from that. Just because it's that low bellow that just seems to, like, go on for so long there. Oh, crap. Okay, so, yeah, Velociraptors. Apparently they are spawning now. And kind of tiny, but then again, you can't really see your character, so it's hard to judge scale. But I'm glad we got that mortal zone on the head. And again, the less you try to line it up, the better off you seem to be with some of the weapons. The pistol and maybe even the compound bow. But at least we are still alive. Now, the raptor's probably not going to get us very many points, if any, because of it not being one of the roster animals we have selected. But it'll at least be a little... We can at least say we're still alive, and we gotta show it off. I do have to admit, I really like the tiger stripe ones that the mod is using for them. Because it feels like they're... I want to say kind of believable, because we already know, like, you recognize the tiger striping of orange and black, and it's something that happens in nature, so it feels more believable that maybe other animals kind of adopted or could have that same kind of coloring to them. There is nothing calling back yet. Doesn't sound like we got any dino cows around. What about our runners-ups, or our first two? I think that was a reply back, but I'm not entirely certain. Okay, it might have just been ambience we heard that one time then. Oh, where might things be? Oh, hello. Yeah, so you're a ways out. Now, again, I'm torn between the... I don't know if that was actually a hit on it, or just kind of just got spooked because the shot was nearby it. Well, that one was definitely, Okay, we've definitely got a hit at least on the stego out here, so we'll keep tracking it down. The poor thing is kind of getting itself cornered, though. Nothing else around. So, yeah, there's the blood trail along there. There the poor thing is. The AI looping is not kind to them sometimes. Yeah, he's just kind of stuck circling. And if we could actually aim better... There we go. Again, it does take a number of shots, but at least we are getting some dinos down. So there is another stegosaur to help with the point tally. Oh, we got the demon-eyed or soulless-eyed brachiosaur out there. Kind of hovering a little bit, but not too bad, I suppose. Oh, one of our adorable little lizards. I gotta say, how you guys, or how Tormer and his team managed to get these into maps like that is amazing. And this is only the first one of 5. Yeah, so there's a stegosaur. So all we're really missing is a trike now, and we would have our entire roster down. We just need to try to figure out where the dino cow might be. Would it be cow dino? Kinda hard to say. That's definitely not a Triceratops calling back. Yeah, not hearing anything there. Let's try another parasaur. An Anki? Oh, hello. Yeah, so Parasaur, again, I think I'm just going to try going like Yosemite Sam approach, where it doesn't look like it'll line up and... Okay, I don't know, maybe we got at least one shot to land on her, or it. So we'll see about trying to track her down, but the approach sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't really give you, like, clues or tips on it, because even I still struggle with how the weapon spread can be. it can be pretty unforgiving towards you, and it does feel like if you can't... Even when you line the shots up, it feels like it's more RNG. You can kind of decide, no, you don't get this one this time. It's something that is kind of irked me with, like, all Carnivores mods, and it's only the weapons that don't have the spread that kind of feel really good to use. Because, let's say you... Well, I mean, look at the Stego, I think, or even the Ankylosaur. We lined the shot up so it looked like it would have been dead on towards... Well, I shouldn't say dead on, because we had a little bit of hard positioning to get that shot off, but... It looks like it should be good. It lines up well with the sights. Everything seems like it's in order. You take the shot, and the dinosaur doesn't react. And if you're lucky, you'll actually see a bit of dirt spray to say, okay, my shot did not go to where I thought it was. It went all the way over there. Where'd this blood trail go? It went here. Maybe through the bush? Huh. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so... I know the Parasaur went running off this way, so we're going to keep following the blood trail along, because at least that'll also let us cover some ground. There we go. So where did this para go? Thankfully, it actually is kind of running into the wind, so we're going to be downwind of it. It's not going to be able to pick us up that way, although Parasaur is one of the most skittish animals out there. I always get surprised that that's the first animal that they usually have on the roster to go after is a Parasaur, or something that is a very skittish animal. Like, I'm alright with it not having very high health, or like a large mortal zone to hit, but it feels weird that they want you to go up against a very timid animal with a close range weapon to try to get you started into the mod. I always feel like it would have been better to get something that's a little more slow and... Oh. Well, we're back by our raptor, surprisingly. No callback from the Parasaur, so I have no idea where that one went off to we got the shot on. Yeah, so there's an Ankylosaur, then the raptor we got. Basically just going back over our old trails. Okay, sounds like up this way, so that might be the one... Oh! That might be the one that we got the shot off. It might not be. I don't really know for sure. Yeah, okay, so it says it's about 250 out. And, like... Now, you would think it's lined up, it looks good. Nothing. What's going on? Nothing again. Nothing again. Like, that's my problem, is how are... That one worked? If that one worked, I think I might have just figured out the compound bow sighting. And if I did, it is very, very bizarre. Because you see how it's the top pin and it's diagonal? Now, you would imagine... Let me see if I get a good backdrop so you can see the colors. You might be able to see there's a little bit of red. That's not what you use to aim. You go all the way up to where that top pin meets the bow. And that little intersection is where I was using to aim. And that seemed to get that. I don't know if this was the Parasaur we had shot before. Oh, yeah, it does look like it, so... I don't know what to tell you on that. It is just... Maybe just play around a little bit and see what works. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know what to really be able to tell you guys, because that's a mortal zone that took that one down. Then we got this one right up here. Can get surprisingly close. I'm going to try to aim for the 200 meters. I think that should be a close enough distance to try with a few more shots from the bow. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's try our... No, that didn't work. Oh, Lord. This is why I was telling you guys about, as much as it all looks like it's lined up, what is going on here? Like, is it even registering any of these landing? And we're out of shots, so I guess we're going to turn back, but we can at least show off the trike here. Yeah, that's the weird thing that I've never understood why you would choose to have happen in Carnivores. Like, I can understand a shotgun having spread, an SMG having spread, or maybe an assault rifle, but things like your pistols, your rifles, and your archery stuff, I wouldn't expect them to have a super large spread. That makes it really difficult to kind of predict where the shots will go. There, oh, look, the sleeping baby. I shouldn't say baby, because it is a giant baby, if that's the case. Well, let's take our little point total back, now that we got our entire roster there. Okay, we're back in the menu, and we're up to 317, so we may well be able to try out the rifle. But I think I need to do some more shotgun hunting, just to get more practice with that, so we could even... Well, we could try a mix of the shotgun and the bow. That could be interesting. The squeakers are going to be a dinosaur I'm going to definitely have some practice with. As you guys have seen, both their clever girl techniques and just them in general have been pretty good at getting me. I am starting to get a little better with the dodges. I did try tinkering with the strafing option that Tormer mentioned last week in the comments. I don't think it'll help me because it feels so weird to do, like to hold down the key and instead of like moving your mouse left and right is what sidesteps your character. I don't know if I could do that. The trick I found, and it wasn't mentioned in the comments, is when it's coming in, is to actually not only turn, like press the sidestep key, but also start turning the camera too. Because it almost means you sort of have like a faster rotation than just trying to sidestep this way. Kind of, you get what I'm saying in a way. You can go along a curve more than just a sidestep. But anyway, I think that will wrap up this week's episode, Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. Thank you all very much for joining me. Oh, excuse me. If you have any comments, tips, tricks, or anything at all, be sure to leave them right down in the comments. If you have any DLC weapons you would like to see, let me know. I have had mention that the hunting shotgun that I think replaces this one is quite a good bit of DLC. Maybe we'll do that after we try with the shotgun again, try to be better with it. But again, I want to show off the included weapons a little bit first before I might replace them. But it really does feel that perhaps Jurassic Park Hunter Legends could be a mod that might do with a really nice re-release if it gets the remastered maps, the optional weapon DLC, and like a re-release like that could be good. But again, that's something down the line. I don't think there's any rush for it. If you guys do want to pick up mod for yourself or check out the DLCs, the mod database link is right down below, as always, in the description. But enough rambling from me. Thank you guys very much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Please remember, as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.